actually threw first pitch strikes, they had a lot more success than guys who didn't. I mean, you look, first pitch strikes, the average on those, that if you were to throw that, was I think for our team, I think they hit 200 off of that. Whereas compared to throwing ball one, it was, I think the guys were hitting 350 off of that. So that's a huge difference. That's a difference of a couple runs right there. And in the big leagues, that's the difference between maybe going on a 5-game winning streak or a 10-game losing streak. And unfortunately, in '05, we kind of did both. That was because at one point we were good at it. Another point we were terrible at it. So, but by throwing first pitch strikes, I mean you can do that sets you up to do a whole lot of stuff to a hitter. If you go out, your first pitch is a ball, and that hitter's kind of cancel out a couple of your pitches because if you're a guy who can't throw a changeup for a strike, curveball for a strike, slider for a strike, and he knows that since you're behind 1-0, good chance to come back with the fastball. So first pitch strikes are key. I'm telling you, it's a difference between a win and a loss. And as for me, when I was closing, I couldn't afford to fall behind anybody. I remember my rookie year, I think it was like 45 guys my rookie year. Now that's a lot for a reliever, especially for a closer. I think I threw 75, 76 innings. So if you think about it, I was walking one guy every other inning. That's a lot. That's about 4 or 5 walks per 9 innings, and that's something that you cannot afford. And I was able to cut those back the next year. I went from walking 45 to walking 17 guys the next year. That's because they really kind of in my head that off season throw first pitch strikes. Don't be afraid to throw. To throw strikes. A lot of guys, especially your age, they're afraid to throw strikes. Because if you're a guy who doesn't throw very hard, and yet you're a guy facing maybe someone who looks like Jimmy over here, who's gonna possibly have a chance to hit the ball out of the park every time. They're gonna try and kind of nibble around the plate a lot more, and that's what you cannot afford. I mean, you guys got to be able to just say, hey, you know what? So what? If I get hit, I'm gonna get hit. You know what I mean? Because if you ever watch batting practice, especially in the big leagues, those guys know exactly what's coming every pitch. And do they hit balls out of the ballpark every time? No. A lot of times, they're hitting ground balls, they're popping up, they're line drives, but they're getting themselves out. Right? And if you think about it, a good hitter he's gonna get on 35% of the time. That means he's getting out 65% of the time that he's at bat. That's a pretty good average for a pitcher. If he can go out there and get guys out 65% of the time, it's actually not bad. You know what I mean? But that always just takes throwing strikes. And that's the key. That's the key to pitching. But for me, that's what I was always told was throw strikes. I remember when I was in college, they would take when we would throw bullpens and stuff. They would keep charts for us. And keep track of how many strikes we threw. And we had to throw a certain amount of strikes in order for us not to run. So obviously that got drilled into my head. I got to throw strikes here. Okay? So I think we had to throw, if we were throwing a 30 pitch bullpen, we had to throw between 20 and 25 strikes in order for us not to have to go run a mile. A mile is a long way, especially in college. You know what I mean? It's pretty tough. It's not the easiest thing to do. So it really taught us pitchers to go out there and throw strikes. And I'm not talking about throwing strikes right down the middle of the plate, bell high where they can hit it. I'm talking about throwing quality strikes down around the knee level, working the ball in and out. If people work the ball in and out, up and down and stuff, I mean, you can pitch with a fastball. That's what I did. I honestly threw about 98, 99% fastball. And I was able to be successful at it because I was able to work the ball in and out, up and down. I mean, I wasn't afraid to throw inside the hitters. A lot of kids nowadays are afraid to do that because of those middle bats. You're facing a wooden bat, and if you jam the guy, the wooden bat's going to break, and it's going to be an easy pop-up, or easy ground ball or something like that. guys are facing guys who are using wood bats, I mean, some guys are strong enough to hit it out of the ballpark when they get jammed with a metal bat. And so that gets some guys scared to throw inside. Another thing that makes kids scared to throw inside is because they're afraid to hit guys. They're afraid to hurt somebody. And trust me, hitting guys is a part of the game. You're going to do it. If you throw inside, you're bound to hit somebody every once in a while. It's going to happen, and you can't be worried about it because it's just one of those things, part of baseball. You know, it's going to be done. You didn't mean to. A lot of guys get discouraged, but they fight to throw inside because they got it so far in their head that they don't want to hit the guy. Then when they do try to throw it inside, they end up throwing right down the middle plate because they're trying to be so far